So you gave a nice little background on me of I'm the brand ambassador for Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. And interestingly, I started this job in March, right in the middle of COVID. So normally I would be up there with you and, giving this presentation in person, but since I started, I haven't been able to get out of my house one time to visit any offices. So it's been a little challenging, but a great challenge. I love all of the passion everybody has. And please feel free to, use the chat or anything. Since I haven't been able to be in your office and actually see what you're doing day to day, I hope I'm meeting the mark on this presentation, but feel free to go ahead and post any questions. I have about 15 minutes, so I'm going to go through a lot of this, information quickly, but I have told Carrie that I will send the presentation deck, to her so she can distribute it. And I have some, kind of step-by-step walkthrough steps for you to use going forward. So what I selected was things that I think are really crucial. I think it's all coordinators that I'm speaking to right now. And I know the tough job that you have because I spent 30 years as a real estate agent. And so I know how we come to you and we're always asking you for something and it's always right now. So I give kudos to all of you for the job that you're doing. But these are the things that I personally think of the new products that we have where you can assist your agents going forward. So first of all, I'm going to start out with Desk. I know that you're probably all really familiar with it right now, but it is a tool that's available for you and for the agents that can really provide some great assistance. So a couple of ways for you to go into Desk and figure out how to use a tool if you don't know how to use it is, any tile that you see when you click on Desk on your home screen. Highlighted here is the three dots, the vertical three dots. If you click on that, it's going to give you a whole bunch of options of how you can get help on these products that we have. The second thing is the Help Center. Top right hand corner, it's the question mark with the circle around it. If you click on that, it's going to take you to another screen, which is this, and it's going to have every single tile, and you can see where it says getting started, frequently asked questions, support information. So you can click on any of those. It will bring you up a PDF maybe that gives you step-by-step instructions on Prospect Square or Moxie Present. I know these are two products that are coming out to you very soon, so you probably have a lot of questions about it. But there's videos in there and a lot of great information right at your fingertips to figure out. And then of course, always at the top is the search bar where you can type in what you're looking for, and it's going to give you a Google-like, hits on what your search is, and you can see it'll show you whether it's a PDF or a video or a presentation deck. This one is a super great thing that I think will help you. And if you teach your agents how to do this, it's going to take a lot off of your plate. And Desk is completely mobile friendly. So we all know that agents are out in the field all of the time. They have their phones with them, but they probably don't know how to add Desk onto their phone that looks like an app. So there is not an app in the App Store, but this is how you are going to add it, help them add it to their Android or iPhone. So have them open their browser. They can go to mycbdesk.com. When they get there, you can see where the arrow on the right is pointing to that little square box with the arrow pointing up. When you click on that square box, it is going to give you a menu. You'll scroll through it, and there's an option to add to home screen. When you click on that option, it's going to come up as a blue CB icon. Now it's on your phone. You click on it, they'll have to log in one time, but then they can add that to their keychain. So now they can get into Desk with 2 clicks. And they're right there and they have Desk at their fingertips. So that's really helpful to you, so that maybe they're not calling you from the field and asking you for something, such as, can you email this Moxie presentation? I forgot to do that, etc. They can just do it from their phone. So it's something you can put on your phones as well, but I would take this page and help walk them through how to do it themselves. The process is really similar. It's actually easier on an Android. You're going to do the same thing. Go to the browser, mycbdesk.com, and it's either in your upper left-hand corner or right-hand corner of the screen, and they'll be able to quickly click on add it to the home screen, and it's there for them. So exclusive look, you're probably working with this now, and I'm gonna, stop and I'm gonna ask Carrie or somebody to tell me if you already know all of these steps for adding a listing into exclusive look, because if you already all know this, I'm gonna go through these next screens just fast so that we can spend more time on Moxie or Prospect Square.
We have not dug into exclusive look in most regions. So if you could cover that, that would be great. And, we've had Moxie present since March. The Schmidts agreed to bring their agents Moxie. So we know that product pretty well. We're very excited about the CVX buyer locator integration and some of the templates the brand is bringing. But exclusive look is pretty new for most of our regions.
Okay, well, this is one place that you can really help your agents, and you can do this in under 5 minutes. And these are all the steps for adding a listing. So your agents can add buyer wants and needs as well, but I feel like the agents are probably going to want to do that themselves because they have specific things that they're going to be, putting in that they're looking for. But they're not going to take the time to go into exclusive look themselves, I feel, and add their listings to send them out. So this is something that when you log into exclusive look, you'll see that there's these options for listings and wants and needs. So focusing here on the listings, you're going to click on the listing tab and add listing. So you're going to decide whether it's a brokerage exclusive listing or a sneak peek listing. I feel probably most of yours are going to be sneak peeks, but brokerage exclusives are listings that aren't out for the public. They're basically what we've called pocket listings. So you're going to click on one of these two, most likely sneak peek. You're going to have to click at the bottom, the check mark, it's just acknowledging that that this is meeting all of the rules for the MLS. So since you're logging in as coordinators, you're going to have to search for the agent. So when you select the listing that you're putting through, you're going to have to go through and search for your agent's name. And once you start typing in a name, it's automatically going to search through the list of emails for your agents and pull up that agent for you. So you need to remove your contact information and put their contact information as well. Now any changes that you're putting in here are going to be applied to future listings. So you need to review each time you're putting one in, making sure that you're putting in the correct agent for the listing. You can also add in co-listers if you have that as well. And I mean, it's really simple. And you'll also have pictures pulled in from the agent's profile. So you're, as I said, you're technically the owner since you're putting this information in. So you need to make sure that you're tying all of those owners in so that they can actually log in themselves and be able to make any changes if they want to that. There's You can change photographs and things. You're probably just going to be adding this in for them as it comes in from the MLS. So each time you're going to click select and add new, and the owners will be added there. So you're going to have to put in the required fields you see that are highlighted here in red. City, state, and zip code are required fields. The property details and images, as I said, are going to be able to be pulled in, and I would just leave that up to your agents to, change the image or reorder them as they want, unless they give you specific information. But I'm sure they're probably just going to expect you to pull it in the way it was put into the MLS. And then you're just going to review it at this last screen. Once you look at the information, make sure that everything is correct. You're going to click on the add listing button, and if it's a brokerage exclusive, it's required that you're going to set the expiration date on there. So, that would be for your basically pocket listings. So it's really simple. And like I said, I know I went through that fast. Your head's probably spinning, but you're going to have this step by step. This is also, as I said earlier, in Desk. I think there's a PDF of what I just presented, so you can search for it that way. Now, sorry, go ahead.
I have a question. What am I exactly going to use exclusive look for?
So exclusive look, you are putting in the listings. It's going to go to the entire Coldwell Banker network. So you can change the settings on it so that it's local or maybe Michigan, or you can actually send them out nationally so that every Coldwell Banker agent nationally has it.
Oh wow! Okay.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I know nationally is probably sending out every single listing. I think, in my opinion, it's kind of overwhelming. The country with when you have somebody in California, they don't generally want to see all of this stuff, but you might have special listings that are great for national, or even your Florida broker seeing it. So you can publish this to company. So when I'm talking about the brokerage exclusives, it's going to just go out within the Schmidt family. That's it. So it's for your office's eyes only. So Moxie, I know that we already talked about this. You've had it, you've been working with it. And I wasn't going to go over this in depth, but I just want to give my thoughts on how you can potentially help your agents with Moxie Present. So, and your company. So Moxie Present is a lot more than just a CMA tool for your agents. It's also a buyer tour tool, and I know that agents, from experience of seeing it, they don't put buyer tours together a lot. That's some place that you could maybe help them, if they have 6 properties they're showing, by asking them the order, putting together a quick buyer tour and sending it out to that buyer, because it's really impressive. It formats to their iPhone. They're going to have actually driving directions the entire time while they're on there. They're going to be able to scroll through every photo of the listing. They're going to be able to put remarks about the properties after they see them right into Moxie, at which your agents will be able to see. It's going to help your agents because now when they are asked for feedback on a particular listing, they can just copy and paste it, right in there and send it off. So they don't have to go through the typing or anything like that. But from a buyer's perspective, it is very impressive. It also is going to give them driving time. So if your buyer has, children in a school somewhere and, they're looking at these houses and it's important for them to know, how far is this house to their school? It will give them real world driving times on whether it's a school or whether it's their place of work that they're trying to get to. So Moxie Present, not just for your agents too, it also does company and recruiting presentations. So, that's something that, you can maybe help out there. So, and your agents are probably maybe at certain times asking you to print and bind off these presentations, even though they're actually a lot better in its digital format. They might ask you to. So you probably already know this, adding a user into the system, the quick, easy steps of this, clicking on the right-hand side, My Account. When you click on My Account, you're going to get this on the left-hand side where I've highlighted Account Settings. Under Account Settings, you have Account Access. And when you get into that account access, it gives you two options. The other account access is where you're going to click invite, and then you can just type in the name of the person that you're looking for, and they'll populate on the right, and you can click add person. So your agent will have to do this to invite you or anybody else, within their offices that they want to have access to Moxie. So it's just great. It's great for teams. If they don't know how to do it, this is how you can, help share that with them. And also so you have access to be able to assist them if you're printing and binding off presentations. So Prospect Square and Moxie, since it's, getting its official rollout too, if you haven't gone through the long training sessions, we have one on October 19th. That's for all office staff. I'm not sure if you have that on your calendars or need it, but there's a lot of different training dates that are coming out soon for you to get more information on Moxie as well as Prospect Square. So I'm going to talk. Yep.
So for the ASCs and RSCs on the call, we have added all of those trainings to the Get Schmidt Done education calendar. If you're newer to the company and we haven't shared it with you, please shoot me a quick note and we'll make sure that you have that link, because all of that training that Paula referred to is on there. So definitely hit the employee training, but also if you have a chance, hit the agent training so that we know what the agents are being trained on as well. And then Paula, real quick, before we move on to Prospect Square, we had one more question about exclusive look. The question is exclusive look something you can use for coming soon properties, and how are the agents notified? Do they get an email or do they have to log into Desk to see that data?
How are the agents notified that they have exclusive look or a listing? Please.
How are the say that you put in an exclusive look listing, how is I as another agent notified that your property is available via exclusive look?
Okay, so in the desk settings, when you go in there, you have everybody has the option to get notifications on different things. So I was getting notified when I first got it daily, which kind of drove me crazy. And so I just I deleted a lot of that for myself. But you can do it, weekly or bi-weekly or daily on the notifications. And exclusive look does have settings that you can, so when you're loading these in, you can have it where it goes out immediate into the Coldwell Banker family, or you can do it one time at the end of the day. And I would just suggest not doing it immediately, but putting in these exclusive look properties and having it go out at the end of the day or the first thing in the morning, the following morning. sort of a thing, so that you're not pushing it to these people. But it comes through desk there, and when an agent is looking through exclusive look, so they might be looking for specific properties in advance, or they might be looking for putting in a buyer where they have, this buyer's looking for this type of house. I can't find anything on the market. Does anybody have something coming that's similar to that? But so the coming soon would be that you would put that in as a brokerage exclusive. That's how that would be added. So if it was 2 weeks in advance that somebody is putting in a listing, then they would go in and do it as a brokerage exclusive. And then once it gets listed, then, goes in. The sneak peeks can only go out a short period of time in advance of the listing actually hitting the market. So you want your agents to know, before that property goes onto the market. So if it's, something is going on Tuesday, you're putting it in on a Monday. You can't put it in a week in advance for your agents. That's prohibited by the MLS and what our agreements are. So agents that are listing something toward the end of the week, if you put this in on Friday, then your office is going to get the entire, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday as a potential, because these are the Monday through Friday, like business days sort of a thing. So you're benefiting a little bit that way. I hope that answered the question.
Yes, I think so. Thank you.
Okay. So Prospect Square, the same training dates as Moxie for you. And this is where I think that you can really help your agents. So I didn't mention in Moxie, it does have you can do brochure templates in Moxie, but since you have both of these programs, that's why I'm focusing on Prospect Square when I'm going to talk about brochures. But just please know that you have the ability also through, Moxie Present to create brochures for your agents. So, and I'm not in here, I'm going to tell you how I feel that you can, help the agents. I'm not going to give you the step by step, since that training is coming, but just tell you what Prospect Square does. And this is an amazing tool for your agents and keeping up with their sphere of influence. So they're going to upload their entire contact database list into Prospect Square, and it's going to allow them to, just automatically keep engaged, with their sphere. And if you have some really aggressive agents that really want to, put out some great information, they can do very customized, localized content for their sphere of influence. So for your agents that are technology adverse, they have a set it and forget it option that we're going to talk about here, and that's probably where they're going to maybe ask you to help. And so this is what all of the reports look like, and it's just overwhelming. So I'm going to just focus on one for you, and that's the quarterly reports. And this is where the set it and forget it goes. So the quarterly report, you're going to just select a specific area. It can be, it could be a county, it could be a MLS specific area that they're choosing. And it just, once they have their database in there, it goes out and you have these, beautiful reports with pictures and graphs that give a lot of information to the sphere. Now, if you have, if your agents are, really great with technology and they want to keep up with their sphere a little bit more, and they have a farming area that they do a lot with. This is a great tool where they can go in and they can select that farming area, and they can put this out on a monthly basis to the farm area. They could also do it for prospective clients. So they might be, at a dinner party or something, and somebody's talking about the fact that, their son is graduating next year, and when they graduate, they want to downsize. But that's a year off in the future. Your agents can actually now, take that information, go back, put that person's subdivision into a report and schedule it so it gets sent out, maybe on a monthly or bi-monthly basis. And all of a sudden, when a year is getting closer, your agents are going to get notifications that somebody's been looking at this report. So maybe it only gets looked at once the first few times, but all of a sudden when your agents see that it's been looked at 6 times, that means this person's opening it up over and over again, or they've sent it to their husband or a friend to look, or other people, and now they have a clue that they can contact that person and really engage with them. So a lot of information for you going, but the quarterly report is where I really think you're going to spend your time in helping them set that up, because every single agent should be at least doing that at a minimum with Prospect Square. The other thing that Prospect Square does is content newsletters. So you have weekend updates that can go from an office perspective out to the entire MLS agent area. So that weekend update can include all of your new listings. It can include all of the open houses that your agents are having. And then it's also going to give you local area content when you're sending it out. So now the real estate agents in your area know every single open house that your agents are having. Your agents have the ability to do newsletters as well, and they might want you to be setting this up. So if they want to get engaged, they can, write their own content, and they'll probably be doing that themselves. The other ones, the non-techie agents, they might have you setting this up. So now their sphere is already in here. These newsletters, you set them up to go out on a monthly basis, and then that content just goes out, and they're keeping their sphere up to date as well. And then the last thing on Prospect Square that I think that you're going to be spending a lot of time on, and we know that these listings are, selling in record time. So, agents really don't have if you go in and you're doing an Express Docs brochure, by the time it comes, you've already got multiple offers on a property. So this is where I think you'll be spending some time and going in and helping them do property flyers that you can print out and on nice quality paper and color, and they'll have it immediately. So once those listings are in, everything automatically gets pulled in. All of the anything on here that you're looking at can be modified. So you can either pull that listing in just as the agent put it into the MLS, and it shows up. But everything here, if you really want to get down into, customizing it, you can move around all of these photographs. You could actually, take off the certain information on the front and change it on there. You can add in additional remarks. I know the MLSs have a lot of restrictions on, how many characters you can have. So you can actually, change that information all around in Prospect Square. So. And then the last thing that it does is clients for life. So in normal times, this program offers tickets to sporting events, giveaways, like home improvement cards, that sort of thing. Right now, it's a little more focused on, what's happening in our world, but this is basically a program to, keep up to date with clients that you've sold properties to. And so there's spheres in here, and it's basically just setting that up for your agents so that it automatically goes out. And I know that was quick and a lot of information. So what, I'd really like to say, since I haven't met you, and I'm hoping that I hit the mark here, but I'd like Carrie or somebody, if you could, take any of those questions forward, to me, then I can put together all of the answers or information, potentially a video if they're looking for, a certain aspect that they need training on, or even scheduling something that, meets the needs that maybe hasn't already been scheduled through the company. I'm happy to do that as well. So, but right now I'll stop and answer any questions. I'm sorry I couldn't see what was going on in the chat, or I would have stopped along the way to ask you.
Yeah, no problem. That was great, Paula. We really appreciate it. We, as the Schmitz launched Moxie Present, Moxie Engage, and Moxie websites in March, and then the pandemic hit. So as you can imagine, it was a little bit of a rough rollout, and now the brand is bringing us so many great products as well, with the integration with CBX, with Prospect Square, with Exclusive Look. So it's a lot. It's a lot for our ASCs and RSCs and our agents, quite frankly. So the question was, how is Moxie different from Prospect Square? It's just one more tool. So our agent's going to have a lot of options in order to connect with their sphere, in order to market their properties, and we're all learning this together. So we appreciate all the ASCs and RSCs' patience as we work through these products. But Paula, I think that shed a lot of light on the new products that you guys are offering to our agents. And so the most important thing for the ASCs are to take the trainings so that we know what the products are, and then be able to speak to the agents about all the options they have. Because we all know everybody operates their business differently. Some people connect to some programs over others. So we're learning this together. We'll be able to formulate a plan for our agents to be able to utilize these tools. But most importantly now is knowing what is available and then taking those trainings to dig in further.
What I'd say the biggest difference, Moxie and Prospect Square, Moxie is a presentation tool. It's primarily going to be used by your agents for CMAs, although we're hoping that they use it for a lot more than that. That's where they're going to be focusing on doing those really dynamic presentations. So Moxie is the replacement for CBX listing experience, which will be going away. So they're going to have to. And I've looked at CBX listing experience, and Moxie is way easier. It has a lot more bells and whistles, than that other program. So that's where they're going to use that. Prospect Square is a wonderful just reporting tool. It's, if you were to do these market area reports in the past, it would be really labor intensive. So you would be getting, MLS data, you would be pulling that in spreadsheets, and you would be making graphs, and you would be, putting it into a format that looks like a really nice presentation. Really, really time consuming. Agents didn't do that. Brokers did that at their level, and pushed it out to the agents. But now your agents have it at their fingertips to where they can, really address their specific clientele. So, they can do reports that are targeting certain price ranges, certain subdivisions and areas, like I said, the farming areas. And this is going to make them look so professional. It's going to make them look like the local expert. That's what it's intended to do. So some of these other things, the weekend update, they're not going to be doing that. So that's helpful if you can do it for them, because it's just keeping, their sphere, up to date. So from a office perspective, you can do it that way with all of the open houses. But maybe your agent just wants to do, maybe you have some dynamic team that has 12 open houses that they're doing one weekend, and they want to blast that out to everybody that their team is holding this series of open houses. So the difference is, the Moxie is really more for their CMA presentations.
Great. Well, thank you, Paula. We really appreciate your time today.
All right. Thanks so much. I hope that I get to be in your office sometime soon and see you, but it's looking like it's going to be 2021. So just know that I'm here for you. If you need something, please let me know.
Great. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Great. We did have one more question from Shelby, which Deb, did you see Shelby's on? Deb and Shelby used to work together. Now Shelby works out of Florida. So that was a really cool little transfer we were able to do there. But Shelby asked Moxie Engage, encouraging agents to use Engage and contact their SOI. We're still going to encourage Moxie Engage, Shelby. Again, the agents are going to have more than one tool. Prospect Square is going to be great for content as well. So I think we're going to be able to put together a really good plan for the agents to be able to utilize both. But Moxie Engage will really help them with their sphere, all the agents they have in their marketing paths as well. And then Judy, the question was, Prospect Square is a direct MLS feed. That's correct. We are working with all of our local MLSs. We don't have them all connected yet, but we are working on that. So some of you have been helpful with that, and I appreciate it. If you've heard from a Nancy Dupree, she's the one that's been trying to get that together. So we haven't quite seen exactly what the Prospect Square has to offer. We've just seen the thumbnails. We've not actually seen the actual product. So definitely head to the Get Schmidt Done training calendar and check that out to make sure that you can catch a few of those trainings. So we're excited about all the tools that we'll have for our agents. You want to say a few words?
Yeah.
So before we go to Steve Carr, we have our president. Let me take my background off, because if I don't, it's not going to pick you up. There you go.
Hi, everybody. Just so thankful for what everyone's done. 2020 is, we call it the dumpster fire year. It's been nuts, but thankfully for all of you, it's actually turning out to be a special time. So. And obviously this person right here, Carrie, is just a rock star, and exactly right. I mean, my dad and I tried to stay at home and let her run the company because she does a better job. But anyway, so I just want to say we're thankful to have all of you and for everything that you've done. So.
Great. Well, thanks, Mike. And we appreciate you for letting us have this training. It's been going really great, just so you know. Great. Thanks. Bye. Okay, great. Well, we're going to go to Steve Carr, who you heard from Jason Rice in Michigan. You're going to hear from Steve Carr in Florida, and Felicia in Ohio is going to be joining us a little bit later. So Steve Carr, take it away.
Hey, guys. Yeah, thanks for letting me jump in here. Mike and I were actually on a call from 10 to 11, so that we wrap that up. I'll echo Mike's comments. Thank you for everything that you do. You are the glue for agent service coordinator. You are the key to helping our agents who are really, I say on a routine basis, the rubber meets the road with the agents. What we can do to help make those agents more profitable, more productive, and make the most of their relationship with us, the Schmidt family of companies and Coldwell Banker and C21 is very important. And you are the glue to that. You are absolutely crucial to making that happen. So I thank you guys for everything that you do. I will echo Mike's comments about Carrie. I have a different thought about Carrie, though, that I've shared before. For those of you in Michigan, Ohio, and Florida, I make a joke about it. I believe Carrie has a twin sister that none of us know about, and somehow, some way, she subs her in and out when she gets really, really busy. So I thought I saw her 2 times in Las Vegas, but I'm not sure if that was just me seeing her twice or if there were actually 2 Carries. So. But thank you, Carrie, for all that you do. It's so appreciated. And thank you, everyone, for doing what you do.
Fair warning to anybody, if you go to Vegas, Steve Carr does not follow the what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas rule. Just fair warning, know that. So if you're in Florida, Premier, Paradise, Sunstar, C2N Schmidt, wave your hands. Let everybody see who you are sitting in Florida. Flip through your screens to see everyone. All right, great. Well, thank you, Steve. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you joining us here. And Sarah and Julie, do you guys want to just say a quick few words down there? Our HR department, our other HR, Michelle, is currently at Disney treating her kids. So we also have Michelle Mers as a resource, but we have Julie and Sarah with us today. So you guys want to just say hi?
Hi. We don't really have, I guess, a planned speech or anything, but we just are glad to be here and enjoy the training, and want to thank you guys for everything that you do, because you are all awesome.
Great.
And if you have any questions, just don't ever hesitate to give Sarah or myself a call. We may not be able to answer right away, but we will get to it, definitely.
Fantastic.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Great. Thank you, guys. Really, I'm just vamping a little bit here because Tracy's our next presenter, but her puppies had to go potty. So she is taking her puppers to the potty. So let me see who else might be on that wants to say hi. I don't see Mr. Bell.
Hey, Carrie.
Yeah.
I just want to add, you suggest as though that there are things being done wrong in Las Vegas, and I think we're all just having a lot of fun. So I just like to share all the fun.
Nothing wrong. It was all fun.
Just saying.
I agree.
Just saying. It's my fault I saw two of you, not yours.
Well, I just walk really fast. We'll just say that.
I'm back, Carrie.
All right. How'd that potty break go for the puppers?
Honestly, really good and fast. So it worked out really well. I've been making them sit here and wait, and I finally had to take them out. So
no, we appreciate it. So I'm going to let you take it away. Again, thank you, Steve. And we will keep trucking. We have Tracy next, going with over a marketing group update, global luxury, and then we have Moxie joining us as well. So,
okay, how long do I have, Carrie?
You have until 12:15.
All right, cool. I am on it. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Nice to see all your faces. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. So I'm going to show you some stuff today that normally JD would be going over with you, but I think all of you know that JD and Janetta have had their sweet little baby boys, Nash and Harrison, and we're just so excited for them. So you guys get me. I'm going to try to be JD, and I can't even scratch the surface on what he does, so bear with me, and I will do my absolute best. So, of course, I'm in Schmidt Resources, and that's what Dan Elzer was calling Resource Center, but we all know what he means, right? So I'm over in Schmidt Resources, and I'm going to head over into your ASC Square. And we are excited to share with you today your new office Facebook marketing plan. So I went into the ASC Square. You're going to see the office Facebook plan right here. Now, some of you may already be in that already and have gone in there, but I'm going to draw it to your attention today. So let me hide this little guy. I'm going to move it. Hold on. I need to, there we go. All right. Can everybody see my screen okay? Yep, little nod. Yep, okay, thanks, Ginger. I see you shaking your head there for me. Thank you. All right, so here's our new Facebook plan for 2020. A lot of this is very similar, but we wanted to give you more opportunities to be able to post more content, and we want to include some live links for you to easily access that information to go ahead and post. So again, these are just ideas to share with you. Really encourage you to work with your managing broker at the office level to really review the content and make certain that's something that you guys want to be putting out there. But you always want to post your new listings. Maybe take a comment, a sentence or two about that property. Always tag the listing agent when you're posting that on your office Facebook page. But please always post your new listing. Open houses, you guys are already doing that. You're doing your open houses, you're doing your carousel ads. You know, what about the virtual open houses? You can post to those as well, and you'll see that a few bullets down. But the open houses are always awesome. Why we're doing open houses, and hopefully we'll go all through flu season still conducting real estate as we normally do. But open houses, do your carousel ads. If you have any questions on how to do those, reach out to us and we'll help you. You know, it's always kind of fun to do listing status, you know, new listing, pending, or sold. I would double check the pending aspect of it, because some agents may not want it to say pending in case maybe a deal fell through, because we all know it's never sold until it's sold, right? So I'm a big fan of the new listings and a big fan of the solds. If you really feel like you need to do a pending, I would just double check with that listing with that agent first to make certain that they're okay with it too, okay? Agent recognition, I just think that that's a cool way for you guys at the local level to really talk about what your agents are doing in their local markets, right? You could talk about any of the community events that they're doing and giving back, and grab a photo of it and just shout it out for them as they receive awards, whether it's a designation from their MLS or Board of Realtors. Maybe they got a new designation through their further education. Maybe they became a luxury property specialist, or they got certified in new construction, or whatever it may be. It's just a really cool way for you at the local level to really say, hey, agent, well done, and put them out there on the office Facebook page. Plus, it allows you to keep track of everybody so that you don't forget anyone, okay? That's really important. If you're gonna do agent recognition, new agents, awards, all that good stuff, you gotta remember everybody. What you don't wanna do is forget somebody. The virtual open house event, I think all of you have seen the email where we're taking a very short hiatus. About 3 weeks from the virtual open house event. We've been doing that every single week since April. But we are taking a break to freshen it up and give it a whole new look. But we will pick that back up here at the end of October. So the virtual open house event and driving people to that virtual open house event every Saturday would be something awesome for you to post on a weekly basis. And those social graphics are already prepared and they're available to you just by clicking on the link in Schmidt Resources. I got to give a shout out to Florida. This is ourlist.com. They are just so, what do I want to say? They love our vendors. They promote our vendors. They're bringing the vendors into their team meetings. It's just awesome. So shout out to Florida on that. But we wanted to give you guys in Michigan and Ohio the opportunity to do the same. So go to thisisourlist.com. We've put every quick link in here for you. Take the opportunity to draw attention to our preferred vendors in Michigan and Ohio and Florida, and really promote them in your local market, and remind your agents that they're there and available for you as well. And then we have got a ton of brand graphics already created. They're grab and go right in Schmidt Resources. So again, quick links right here for you. This is more like daily and weekly content. Now these are ideas for you guys. This is at a minimum what we would like you to be posting. So many of you are so creative on your office Facebook pages that there's going to be other things you want to do, and we definitely want you to do that. But these are just some basic guidelines, okay? Now let's go into some monthly content. So we release a new version of Luxury Magazine every single month in digital format. You definitely want to put that out there on your office Facebook pages once a month and drive traffic to that magazine. Recruiting graphics, again, those are all created and ready for you to grab and go. Easy for you to grab one, post it once a month. If your managing broker would like you to do it twice a month, again, you want to have discussions with them about what kind of content they want and how often. And let's not forget about our Healthy Home campaign. We have our amazing relationship with ServPro across the entire company. And people are very concerned about moving into a new home and wondering if that home is healthy or not. Well, that Healthy Home program is offered through the Schmidt family of companies with our partner ServPro, and our agents and our buyers and sellers can take advantage of that program. So let's put that out there as well. There's a lot of great graphics created that speak to the buyer and seller consumer, okay? Now there's a lot of supplementary content. If you're looking for more ideas on what to put out there on your office Facebook page, we gave you a quick link to the Coldwell Banker blog and the Coldwell Banker Luxury blog. You guys, this is really professional content that is really about diverse stories across all avenues. It's about watches, jewelry. It's about lenders, lending, I should say. There's solutions on kitchens and fixer-uppers and all kinds of really cool stuff that really just keeps your office page a little bit more interesting to the people that are following it. So always grab some content from the Coldwell Banker blog and the Coldwell Banker Luxury blog. St. Jude, so this is exciting, you guys. So Coldwell Banker announced their partnership with St. Jude and giving back to our children, right? Well, guess what? You've heard about this as well. The Schmidt Community Fund is doing the same thing. We are teaming up with our Coldwell Banker brand and the Schmidt Community Fund, and all of our agents and staff that donate to the Schmidt Community Fund, we're giving back 10% of every month's donations directly to St. Jude. So that means because the Schmidt Community Fund is donating, and Ken and Mike Schmidt are the founders of the Schmidt Community Fund and our largest donors, all of our offices get to post the St. Jude content on their office Facebook pages. So we went ahead and included a quick link for you to grab the St. Jude content. But again, because our offices are owned by Ken and Mike Schmidt and the Schmidt Community Fund is donating, our offices get to use that St. Jude content. We're very proud to be partnering and helping our Coldwell Banker brand and St. Jude through the Schmidt Community Fund, and we hope our offices are too. And then let's talk about some advertising budgets a little bit. So we wanted to kind of pull together a little minimum to a maximum kind of guideline for you and your managing broker. But your minimum spend on boosting your ads would really be about $100. And, you know, in some of our much larger offices, you know, you probably want to really kind of grow to about $500 per month. So again, I'm going to encourage you to please discuss this with your managing broker of your office, kind of go through this office Facebook plan and see if you both can come to an agreement that, yes, we want to do all of these things and here is the budget that we want to spend, because we really want to finish out 2020 and go into 2021 with a really strong plan for our pages, okay? We gave you a few best practices and we gave you a little bit of a definition of an office page versus a closed office Facebook group. So,
hey Tracy,
mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry to interrupt. We have a quick question.
Yeah.
The question is, what if their office doesn't have a Facebook page?
Well, then we need to help you get one. So you can reach out to me. You can reach out to JD, not for another week though. He's not coming back for another week. But we want to make certain that you get set up with an office Facebook page. So we'll help you make that happen.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions on that, Carrie?
No, just excitement. They're very excited about this plan.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to let JD know that you guys were really excited about it. So again, you're going to go ahead and find this right in Schmidt Resources, okay? So super easy. All right, now I am going to click back over here. We'll close that one out. I'm going back to Schmidt Resources. So let's kind of talk about this new offering that we have, and we want it to be a quick tips and tricks for our agents. So I am going into the square. Let me minimize this. I am going into the square that has JD's face on it, video and social media. All right. So you're going to see me go right here. It says, so you got a listing checklist. You guys see this right here? So you got a listing checklist. Carrie, you see that okay?
Yes.
All right. So I'm clicking on that. So this is our residential kind of checklist now that you've got a listing. And we made it in a checklist because some agents might want to print it and actually check it off like it's their list. Others will just use it. They can download it as a PDF. But we wanted to kind of give them some tips and tricks about what to do. So before the listing goes active, you got to get the high-res photography for that listing. You got to shoot your video walkthrough. And also, let's not forget about the virtual open house event and submitting the video weekly. We even put in there how to shoot a virtual open house. Super important, right? So when the listing goes active, we put a whole nother list of things here to do. You got to post the link on your business page, right? You got to advertise that listing through listings to leads, through social ad engine, and through a paid advertising boost by the agent. Submit the video to the virtual open house event. And look how easy we made it. We live linked it so it goes right to the virtual open house submission. We want to be able to post beautiful exterior photo on Instagram, put it to your story, tell a little bit about it, and do some posting on your social pages, right? And then when the listing sells or the buyer purchases that home, you want to share the sold on social media. We want our agents doing that. That's part of their kind of completion of that, opportunity. They want to ask for a review from their clients, because reviews and ratings are so important when people are digitally interviewing our agents. And then just generate some social media presence with the rapport with the clients, maybe tag them when it's sold and say, congratulations on your new home, right? We gave them some additional ideas for exposure as well. So, and some agents will do them, some of them won't, but we really wanted to make this super easy with things that they can do to digitally advertise their listings and give them additional exposure. So that's kind of fun. And then what we also did is we did one for luxury as well, because luxury is just a little bit different. And we'll talk about why it's different. But this is the luxury. What do you do now that you got the listing? You're going to see some things that are similar, right? High-res photography, get your professional video. We always want our agents to advertise in our digital edition of Luxury Magazine. So we put a quick link for them there. But this is what's really important when the listing goes active. Check with your ASC to make certain that the listing is syndicating to those global luxury websites, right? So ASCs, we can't syndicate without your help. So we need you to check that box in Account Tech to syndicate to Wall Street Journal, New York Times, Robb Report, Unique Homes, Barron's, and then the whole other list of 100 international real estate websites. So the most common question we get from an agent is, why aren't my listings syndicating? And then we explain to them, did you communicate with your ASC to check the box? And they're like, oh gosh, I didn't know. So we've added this right in there for them, right? Now you're gonna see a lot of things that are similar to residential. Post it on your business page, use L to L, listings to leads, social ad engine, boost it yourself, submit your video to the virtual open house. Here's a new one, submit your listing to Home of the Week. We do a Home of the Week in luxury, where we advertise as a company our luxury listings and provide that complimentary to our agents. So we want them to submit that listing. And again, we want to post on Instagram and also on Facebook. So we have another option here, share the solds, ask for the reviews, and generate a rapport with the sellers. And again, we're giving them some additional exposure here. So really similar, but a little different, but we wanted to have these both available to you to really share with your agents when they get that residential listing or that luxury listing. So again, you're gonna find those right in Schmidt Resources in the video and social media square, all right? So let's talk a little bit about a new offering that we have. And I just wanted to draw your attention to it. I want you to be aware of it in case an agent asks you, so what's these digital accelerator packages and where do I find them? They're right here in the first row of Schmidt Resources. So the digital accelerator packages, and you as ASCs know we're a support team, right? And we're here to support our agents to list and sell real estate and anything that we can possibly help them with. And in the marketing group, we do a ton of things for them, and we do it complimentary because the Schmidt family of companies provides us as complimentary resources. We do coaching and mentoring and training on our tools and technologies and the resources that are available. We do best practices on social and digital media and marketing. We design for them. We do social graphics. We do whatever it is that we can do for them, right? Their listing presentations, their buyers and seller packets, all of these wonderful things. But as we've been, we work with agents every day. And what I have heard the most common question be asked is, I don't know how to do digital marketing. I don't want to do social media. I don't have any energy or passion for it. I just want somebody else to do it. Can you do that for me? And our answer has been, gosh, that's really outside of what we do, and how can we do this? Well, it's been about 1.5 to 2 years that we've been working on how can we solve this for our agents? So this is what we've done here. And these are called digital accelerator packages. And I'm not going to go into detail because, again, this isn't for every agent in our company. It's for a smaller group of agents. But this is truly for agents that don't want to, create and run their Moxie websites and do search engine optimization and search engine marketing. And they don't want to, build their business Facebook pages and boost and advertise and do all of this stuff because they just don't know how to do it. And they don't have the time to do it, quite frankly. They just want to go out and sell real estate. So these are the packages. And I'd love for you all to spend some time in here when you get a moment. Because when you're hearing an agent say, gosh, I wish somebody could just do this for me, and gosh, I wish, take a look at this and see if what they're wishing for fits one of these package options. There are fees associated with the packages. This is, again, the only fee-based offering we have in the marketing group, but it really allows us to be able to take this over and do it for the agents, and it includes all of their ad spend, which we're very excited about as well. So Peter Hopkins is the digital marketing specialist in the marketing group for the Schmidt family of companies, and he is the lead on these digital accelerator packages. So we've got JD as a digital marketing and technology specialist. What JD does, and for all of you and for all of our agents and for this company, he's still doing that, and he's delivering it all complimentary. Peter is delivering our digital accelerator package that are our fee-based packages. He is a digital marketer. He is Oz behind the curtain. We went ahead and included Peter's bio as well, so everyone could learn more about him. JD did a great interview video with Peter on these packages and really kind of talks about the why. So I'd encourage you to take a look at those too. But we're very excited. We hope we've seen a great response from our agents so far, but I would be remiss to not share these with you because you guys really are the front line to our agents, and I think it would be great for you to become very well versed on these offerings so that you can help the agents get what they wish for, because we're really excited to deliver that to them as well. So thank you for taking a look at them. Now I'm going to stop sharing my screen because the next couple of things I wanted to talk to you about are really just something that we can verbally go over together. Did I get off my screen okay, Carrie?
Yes, you did.
All right, awesome. So I wanted to talk about the global luxury rebrand for a minute. We haven't had the chance to all come together across the company with our ASC since we had our virtual Gen Blue event. And it's where David Marine and Craig Hogan announced the new mark for luxury. So I wanted to kind of talk about that a little bit and then what's to come. So the logo change for global luxury is no different than the rollout plan that we had when our residential brand changed its mark. So this is not a hurry up and switch everything out, okay? We really want our agents to know that they can utilize everything that they have, every asset they have with the former luxury logo on it, that they don't have to replace it, incur additional costs right away. They don't have to do anything like that. So we want them to take their time, okay? Use up those for sale signs that they currently have. When they become beat up or rusted or whatever, and it's time to switch them out, that's when they should switch out to the new logo. The same thing with their business cards and their name badges and any other assets that they have. You do not need to go quick. We have over 2 years to transition out of the old luxury mark into the new luxury mark. So let's take our time with that, okay? Now I can tell you that in the marketing group, we transitioned immediately to the new mark and we retired the old logo. So anything that we're going to design for you and your agents is going to utilize the new mark. We have agents already buying new name badges and business cards and for sale signs, and that's super exciting. So anything we design for them, whether it's digital or print, whatever it may be, we're always going to release that new mark to them, okay? So slow process, we'll go slow. The brand announced that they're also going to be doing a continuation of the virtual certification classes for luxury. So we thought in 2020 it was going to be the one and only. But I think where we're at in October, I think everyone realizes that this is probably going to go into 2021 as well. So the first digital virtual certification class in 2021 is going to take place in February. And I did send out an email to all of our leaders to drive down to our officers and our offices and our managers that is going to take place in February. And I believe it's the 24th and 25th if I'm going off my memory. But we want to encourage our agents to register for that digital class. It saves them a ton of money on airfare and hotels and meal expenses. It allows them to do it from the pleasure of their home over a 2-day period, and they just pay for the registration fee. So please make sure you put that in front of your agents. We will have another digital certification course in 2021 as well. We just don't know when it's going to be. Probably towards the summertime is what I'm thinking. And then they're going to try to do a physical certification class in Q4, end of Q3, Q4. I did ask Craig Hogan if it was going to be in New York, where we're going to be hosting Gem Blue next year. He wasn't real certain, but that very well could be the location. So 2 digital in 2021 and 1 physical. We had over 1,000 people in the digital certification course in 2020, and that's pretty amazing. So I'm really hopeful that our agents will continue to further their education in the luxury end and really kind of go after that certification.
What is the cost on that, Tracy? Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, no, I think it's $495, if I remember correctly, the registration course.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm going to drop that into Schmidt Resources. I'll double check and see if it's there right now, but I'll drop all of that in there, okay? Yeah, but so much less expensive than having to pay all those other fees, which is awesome. So I wanted to kind of share this with you guys because you play a big role in this. Our luxury numbers across the entire company for comparison of 2019 through September 30th to 2020 through September 30th are phenomenal. We haven't grown just a little bit. We have grown a ton. We are seeing our top luxury agents selling more luxury real estate than ever. But here's what I'm super excited about. We're seeing agents who haven't sold in the high end selling in the high end in 2020. And that's really allowing those numbers to increase. And I'm so proud of that. And I'm proud of that because of all of you right at the office level, talking to our agents about luxury, guiding them to the luxury resources, connecting them to their luxury ambassadors in the markets they serve, and connecting them to our global luxury ambassadors that we have in place across the company that are agent service coordinators. So I cannot be more proud of all of you because you share in that success of the luxury numbers and helping our agents grow. You're helping them grow in their development, you're helping them grow in their business, and you're helping them grow in their earnings. And I'm so proud of all of you. And I hope you guys are proud of each other because it wouldn't happen without you. So thank you so very much. I did want to let you know that we are working on a new black book. Those do not come out until about April, okay? So April of 2021, you'll see a new black book come out. Our digital black book is current, and we still do have black books left, as well as our blue books. So if agents need them, just drive them to Schmidt Resources. We're also working on our new recruiting book. We're going to release that digitally first. We won't go to print until Q1 of 2021. The brand, you heard Paula today announcing all of this amazing stuff that is still yet to come. Well, we need them to launch it, and we need to get it in our recruiting book before we print. So you're going to see that digital version continue to evolve. Please use that, guide your managers to use that as they're looking for recruiting books. And once we go to print, we'll make sure your offices get them, okay? All right, finally, I will say Innovation Exchange, I hope everyone has seen the save the date for November 5th and November 12th. We've been pushing it out there in our Blue Matter Monday, and we're actually getting ready to release a formal invitation. But Carrie and I are super excited to deliver our very first company-wide Innovation Exchange event. So November 5th is going to be one topic of amazing speakers. And then November 12th, it's a whole nother group of amazing speakers and topics. And guess what? It's not going to be me and Carrie and JD doing Innovation Exchange. We've got amazing people coming in from outside our company, within our Coldwell Banker brand, within our Schmidt family of companies. You're going to hear from all of our officers. You're going to hear from Bom Bom and Moxie. Dan Elzer is going to come back in and spend some time with us. You're going to hear from Ryan Gorman, our CEO and president of our Coldwell Banker brand, David Marine, Craig Hogan, just lots of fun things. Now, the marketing group is preparing some commercials as we transition our speakers, which are going to be some really fun commercials. And we're also going to be giving some cool stuff away. So I hope that all of you will join us for Innovation Exchange and encourage your agents and your managing brokers to attend as well. So we're really excited about that. And then before I hand it over to Carrie and any other questions, I just wanted to say thank you to all of you. 2020 was definitely a year, right? It's been an amazing year for so many reasons. And seeing the success of our agents and all of you and how you pivoted, but it was also a tough year, especially for those 3 months that Michigan was shut down and deemed non-essential. And, you know, I have to tell you, we're a support group in the marketing group, just like all of you are a support group as well. And we couldn't have done it without you. You guys were awesome at pivoting and delivering those messages every single day about how our agents could still be successful in a virtual environment across the company. And, you know, you guys pick up our voice and you bring our voice right directly to our agents. And we couldn't thank you enough. I mean, I'm so proud of all of you. I got to work with many of you when you had to work virtually and pivot, and you guys are a strong team. You really, really are. I am beyond impressed and quite frankly in awe at how all of you ran the operations of this company at the office level in the environment that we were in. So thank you to all of you. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Tracy. Any questions for Tracy? Global Luxury, Facebook, Recruit Book? No? All right. Well, thank you, Tracy. We appreciate your time.
Thank you. Do you mind if I stay on and just listen for the rest?
Please do. Yes.
Thank you.
All right. We have Mr. Tom Gray, our COO here. He's sitting there with Julie. Tom, you want to say a few words?
I do, and I certainly want to reiterate what Tracy had said, how valuable this group of people is to the company. It's been a core group. And unfortunately, you're a little bit like the guy in the circus that has the plate spinning on top of a pole, and we add more and more plates until the ones behind you fall apart. And so someplace between doing what you do and the pandemic and the new initiatives, why you guys stay busy. And unfortunately, you're the ones that have to stay right on top of it because you know your agents will not. So you're it. But I just wanted to let you know how valuable we think you are to the organization. And I will tell you that Carrie speaks real highly of the group that you've got going right now. And there's a lot of resources there, and you lean on each other when you need to. And so we couldn't be more proud of the organization as a whole. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Tom.
Carrie, I want to fill in on, kind of tag along with that too, is especially what Tracy said. You guys, we cannot tell you enough how much we appreciate you following along with the protocols that we had. Some places we were mandated by the state to put them in place. Other places we just said this should be the right thing to do. And we know what a strain it's been on everybody, but we truly do appreciate it.
By the way, Carrie, I started out with your program today, and I got to the polyphasing part with Dan Elzer. So I moved back to my desk to do other things. I don't do well at polyphasing. I'm telling you, I missed most of what happened after that.
That's okay. I have the recording. I'll send it to you if you want to.
Okay, that'd be great.
Great. Well, thank you, Tom. Thank you, Julie. And you've heard from Jason. You heard from Steve Carr. We now have Felicia Hengel, President of Ohio Operations, on the line. Felicia, you want to say just a few words?
Sure. Hi, Carrie. Hi, everybody. I guess, I would echo some of what Tom said. And, in our region in Ohio, when I can see the ASCs live, one of the things I always like to remind everybody is that they're really the heartbeat of the whole company. And in my 5 years here, I've seen some tremendous changes within the Schmidt organization. And what's really, really cool is that as we continue to grow, the one thing that's really reassuring to the agents, and I hope to you guys, is that the resources continue to grow with us. And you guys are kind of the facilitators of those resources. So as Tom Gray said, you know, nothing happens without you guys. And that goes everything from day-to-day processing of deals to making coffee to onboarding our agents, answering the phones, and just really being our ambassadors and the face. Anytime somebody walks in the door, having that friendly face and that friendly voice on the phone means the world. And we could not do what we do without you guys. I love the fact that we've been able to implement a regional service coordinator in all the regions. I think, you know, the one thing we strive for, the bigger we get, is communication. You know, communication is so vital in this organization as we continue to grow, how we deliver messages, that we are delivering those messages. A lot of times we lean on our ASCs to reiterate messages that are already being delivered from, you know, our corporate headquarters in Michigan or from the brand. And, you know, I think also just having you guys pick and pull out the important messaging so it doesn't just get lost in all the noise of all the emails that are done every single day. So I just continue to be inspired and grateful for the tools, the technology, the resources, the people resources that have been developed over the past 5 years. You know, I look at Tracy's team, I look at JD, I look at Carrie, my gosh, you know, you were already wearing so many hats and now you just have bigger hats. And it's great. And I guess my closer would just be thank you for all that you guys do. And we just really, really, really appreciate you, and you probably don't hear that enough. So we appreciate you.
Thank you, Felicia. Okay, everybody sitting in Ohio, wave at us. See your Ohio people, flip through your screens. Hi, Ohio. Great. Well, thank you, Felicia. I appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure.
Who's
Thanks
next
for
to you?
having me.
Who's next to you, Felicia? I see a hand waving.
That would be my husband.
Mr. Hengel.
Hi, Benny.
Hi, Benny.
What's going on?
Great.
I've taken on a new role.
One more background change for me since we're talking to Ohio.
Oh, look at that.
I knew I was going to get a boo. Well, thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. And I know you're on another call, Felicia, so thank you so much.
Yep. No, that's okay. Today was just a busy day, a lot of overlap, but thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Right. Well, I switched to Florida because I miss you guys, so we're in Florida now. So, Moxie, we're going to tee up Moxie here. Do we have Moxie on?
Hey, Carrie, how's it going?
Oh, good. Hey, Christine, how are you?
Good. Excited to be here.
Yes, good, good. So will you be sharing your screen, or do you have a trainer on with you?
So I will be sharing my screen. I'll be walking through a couple items today, mostly about why would your agents want to use, you know, Moxie Engage, and then how can you help your agents get into it for the first time.
Hey, Carrie, could you ask her to speak up?
Yeah, Christine, you're a little faint. If you could just...
Can you hear my voice better now?
Yep, much better. Thank you.
Perfect. I had my mic too far away. Okay, so, thank you guys.
Real quick, everyone. Christine didn't start our Moxie launch. We had a different project manager, but she's been with our team, 3 months now or so?
No, it's been 5.
Is it really? Oh my God.
Yeah, it's the slowest, fastest year ever.
So Christine meets with us once a week with Judy and Elizabeth and Peter and JD and the whole team. And we meet once a week to really hone the skills of our team and really get these products where we want them to be for our agents. So we're excited that she's here. She's going to help us kind of further understand how Moxie Engage can help our agents and how you can help them help themselves. So thank you, Christine. We appreciate you coming in on our call.
Yeah. So I'm going to turn my video off and then turn my screen share on. So, Okay, so everyone should see my slide. It says Moxie Engage. So if you don't see it, just let me know in the chat box.
Yep, we got you.
Awesome. Okay, so let's make sure I have everything moving. Here's me. I'm your account manager, just like Carrie said. And so today I'll just be walking you through why Moxie Engage will be valuable for your agents and just a few ways you can help your agents really start reaping the benefits and get into the program. If you have any questions throughout the presentation, just write them in the chat box and we'll make sure we'll address them at the end. Okay, so today we'll talk about why we built Engage, our methodology, and the importance of staying top of mind. And one of the most important pieces we'll talk about today is how to help agents clean up their databases and get their contacts into Engage. That's the very first step that they'll be taking. And that tends to be the hardest step. So once they get in, it's a much easier process, but gathering all those contacts into one place tends to take a little bit of time. And that's where you guys can really help. And then we'll do a quick walkthrough of a couple key automated items within Engage that you can help your agents set up. And so why did we build MoxieWorks? And it's simple, to help agents stay top of mind with their existing sphere of influence, to help them stay in touch with the people they already know and already have a connection with. So when these connections decide they are ready to buy or sell, they choose them. We also help make agents' lives simpler. One of our main topics today will be about database management and keeping everything and everyone in one place. So when an agent wants to send an email communication to their entire client base, they already have the emails available in one place and they don't have to go everywhere to find that information. We also automate everything we can. What this means is that we automate things like holiday emails, newsletters, and market updates so your agents can focus on creating and maintaining personal connections to build their sphere. In addition, we automatically surface people for your agents to reach out to with a personal call, email, or letter. This eliminates the need for them to decide who to call. Instead, they can focus on making the call. Your agents are the local experts and will be able to focus their time on items that will help move the needle, while MoxieWorks can help them fill their pipeline and provide opportunities with the automation. There's also coaching tools available within the product, and we leverage a no-one methodology, which is sphere-based selling. And so how do agents find business? So as you guys know, they find business through their sphere of influence, prospecting, and responding to internet leads. And so NAR did a study on the average agent and found that 65% of their time is spent on prospecting and responding to internet leads, while 35% is typically spent on their sphere of influence. And so the return that they see on their time is that those new people that they're just meeting have a 1% close rate, and the people that they already know, that already like them and that already trust them, have a 70% close rate. And so within Engage, we ask agents to flip the math and spend more of their time on their sphere of influence, that higher close rate, and less of their time on those new connections. Those are still really important because that builds their business and builds the number of people within their sphere. But we want to spend most of the time with the people that already know, like, and trust them, because at the end of the day, all they have to do is have them trust them enough to work with them on the biggest investment of their life. With the prospects, they're having them get to know them. They're having to convince them to trust them and to like them. So they have a lot more steps and obstacles to overcome with those new leads. And so one of our first brokerages, we asked them to do this and focus more of their time. And so what they saw was actually a 38% increase in their annual income. And so that was huge. And so what we see from agents utilizing Engage is that they have an improvement on their annual income because they're staying in touch with the people that are more likely to close. And so how do we help agents stay focused and stay top of mind with their sphere of influence? Through automation and recommended actions. The automated touch points and the reminders to connect with people in their sphere help agents navigate the peaks and valleys of the real estate market and make those peaks and valleys a little less steep. Through automation, we ensure their clients are receiving regular and consistent connection, especially when your agents are busy. These regular reminders that your agents are doing business help their clients think of them when they are ready to buy or sell. And so when your agents are out there showing multiple properties to their buyers or helping their sellers get their listings ready, we have those automated emails and touch points going out to their clients and working in the background. So their pipeline of who's coming up next is continuing to fill up. So they don't have as big of peaks and valleys, right? And then at Moxie, we like to say hope is not a strategy. And so if agents hope to make more money next year, it's a little bit harder for them to reach that. Instead, we have them put a goal into the system, and we recommend steps to reach that goal for them. We also have systems in place so then they know where they're at with each transaction. And then when they need to ask for help from you guys, they can tell you exactly where they are in the process and ask for that help. So, how can you help your agents get started with Engage? So one of the biggest items, like I said before, is getting their contacts into their email. So with Moxie Engage, the really cool thing is we connect directly with their Gmail. So then when they add a contact to their email, it's also added to Engage. So it's making it easier for them to maintain a single database instead of multiple databases. And so our job is to help agents get those contacts into their email so they're available within their CRM system so they can continue to connect with them. And so why does Engage sync with your email? Again, to make it easier for your agents to maintain a single database and to reduce having to go to their spreadsheet to get all of their mailing address or go to their email to then get the email addresses and then the phone to get all the phone numbers. So we have it all in one place. So it makes it easier for them and saves them more time. And so how can we help prepare for Engage? So say one of your agents comes to you and they're like, hey, I want to connect to the CRM system, but I'm completely lost at what I should do first. First, you'll want to ask, okay, where are your clients? Where do you have all that client information? And if they say it's all in my email and I have everybody in there, then that's awesome because really that process is done for them. But more typically, you'll probably hear, oh, I have some of my contacts on a spreadsheet or another CRM, or they're just all in my phone. So you'll want to ask them to gather all of their contacts and have them added to a spreadsheet. And we can provide you with one that they can add that contact information to. They'll then want to review that spreadsheet and just kind of clean up the database. Are there duplicate contacts on there? Are they missing contact information? Do they just have a name for many of these contacts? Because that's not super useful. Do they even know these people? Are they part of their sphere of influence, or are they just somebody they met with a while back? So going through these and having them think about each one of these questions will really help them have a really strong database that they can continue to reach out to and connect with and hopefully help them buy or sell their next home. And then once they have a clean spreadsheet and a clean database, what you can do is help them add those contacts to Gmail. And I'll show you in just a minute how they can do that. Super easy. In addition, Gmail has a really great merge contact option. So if they have duplicates, they can merge that contact into one profile and have a cleaner database. So I'll also show you how to do that. And then the next bonus step is they can actually connect their phone as well. So what they would want to do is connect their phone to save any new contacts to their email. And so what would happen is they add a new contact to their phone. That contact's added to their email, which then of course is added to Engage. So again, simplifying the process and making it so they only have one database that they have to maintain. So let's go ahead and look at what the process is for adding some contacts to Engage. Does everybody see my Gmail screen? Okay. So what I'm going to do is so right now I'm on the contact page. So what you do is you go to the Google Apps and you hit contacts. And what you'll do is go up to the create contact and then create multiple contacts. And from here you can select import. And then you can grab whatever Excel file that you are utilizing to add those contacts to your Gmail. Once that upload process is done, you'll have all of your contacts available here. I also have labels here. So another great thing about Moxie in your email system is that any of those groups or labels in Gmail will show up in Engage. And so if your agents have a soccer mom group or a football group, then those will show up in Engage. So then they can make sure they're connecting with those specific people if they want to highlight them. Once they're added, I actually added the same Excel file twice, so I would ensure I had duplicates. You'll see that there's this merge and fix option. So I have a couple options. So one, I can check mark 2 names, and then there's this merge icon, and it'll merge that one contact. Or I can go to merge and fix. So what happens here is that they will show all of the contacts that look like duplicates and give you the option to merge or dismiss. So your agents can easily go through all of their contacts and look if they are duplicates, or they can just select merge all, and all of the contacts will be merged into a single profile. So that is part 1. That's the most important part for your agents to get done first. And that's just because once they have a clean database, it's easier for them to work from once they enter Engage. The next item I want to show you guys that you can help your agents with is setting up some of those automated touch points. So right now I'm on the Engage dashboard. So you'll sign in to Moxie. And then you'll hit Engage. And so what will happen for your agents is that they will enter their email information and agree to the terms. So then the account can start syncing with Engage and bring in all of their contacts. Once the contacts are brought in, they'll be here on their main dashboard. And the first place you'll want to point them is here to the My People page. So I'm going to go to the People and then My People. And so what I'm going to show you is how to sign up an individual for Neighborhood News, which is a monthly market snapshot. So if I was to sign up Yolanda today, I'm on the West Coast at 9:30 a.m., she would receive another market snapshot on November 14th at 9:30 a.m. So I'm going to select Yolanda. And then down here on the left-hand side, it says Add Subscription. So I'm going to say Add. And then add a neighborhood news. So we have 2 options. So we can do a zip code, and so that would pull in all the market information for a specific zip code, or I can do a custom. And so I'm going to show you what that custom looks like. And then I can enter a zip code and a city. Oops, could somebody provide me with a zip code?
49686.
49686. Perfect. And so what we're doing is looking up that zip code and bringing in the housing information for that area. So if I wanted to do a zip code, I can, and then I can add a couple additional filters. So if I have a price point my clients are interested in or bed and bath, I can add that information here. And then I can select next. And it's just confirming the email. And now what my clients will receive from me every month is this really great email about the area. And then also they can click into a full report where they can look at additional information. So here on the left-hand side is that email. And then here on the right-hand side is that, that additional landing page that somebody would be sent to if they selected View Full Report. So this is a really great piece of information for clients to receive on a monthly basis. And it reminds them that your agents are still in the business and that they're doing business on a regular basis. So you can do that individually, or the really cool thing is if you go back to the My People page, and we're going to go ahead and select all. And then right here is this Add To button. What we can do is drop down to Neighborhood News and either do the quick, which is the zip code, or a custom. And what we do is we automatically bring in any zip code that's in the profile. So that's what you're seeing here. Or you can select this blue button up top and enter the same zip code for everybody. So what that does is it makes it really simple for your agents to sign their clients up for a monthly newsletter for their clients to get a reminder that they're in real estate. And if they do the same zip code, their clients are able to change that zip code. So if I sign everybody up for 98034 and somebody changes the zip code to a different one, I will get a notification and I will know, oh, okay, so maybe they're more interested in this area. And that will give me a cue as an agent that maybe I want to stay on top of them and communicate with them on a more regular basis. So providing more opportunities for them to work with additional buyers and sellers. We also have this really great campaigns option. And so the campaigns were actually built out by your team. They created holiday greetings, warm prospect campaigns. And so campaigns are a string of email that are being sent at a regular cadence. Again, that automation, so your agents don't have to worry about sending information out to their clients on a regular basis. Instead, they can focus on making those personal phone calls, writing those notes, and this will work in the background, just reminding their clients that, hey, I'm in real estate. And so what they would do is go to Add from Library. And then this is going to show all of the brokerage campaigns that are available to them that, again, were created by your team. And so I have a seasonal home maintenance one, and I'll go ahead and select preview. And now I can see what each one of these emails looks like that I will be sending out to my clients. So if I'm happy with what the emails look like, I say add to my personal campaign library. And now I'm awaiting setup. And so what I can do as an agent is select seasonal home maintenance and add my clients to this email. So I have a couple different options here. I can add people and add by group, or I can add by individual contacts. So the best thing about adding people by a group, so if your agents utilize groups, the great thing is if I add somebody to my book club group and I have this book club group assigned to seasonal home maintenance, anytime I add somebody, they will automatically start getting this home maintenance campaign. So again, making a really simple process for your agents so they can easily and quickly get people signed up for automated subscriptions and emails. And then you would just select next. They can see everybody that is available in that group and select save. And the very last step that they'll want to do is just select run campaign. And so that will move it from the draft stage to a running stage, which means it's active. So really, the things that you can really help your agents do to start making their way towards working with more clients and continuing to have a more steady business is one, helping them get their contacts ready to sync with Engage and bring them all in. Two, setting up for neighborhood news and campaigns that are available within MoxieWorks. Again, those are just automated touch points that your agents don't even have to think about, and they can worry about other things like making those personal connections, adding more people to their sphere, and just doing their daily business. Okay, so that is really all I have for you guys. So let's see are there any questions? I'm not great with Zoom.
If you guys have any questions, go ahead and unmute. While we wait for that, Christine, we just got an update from Elizabeth in Ohio that because we know we have Moxie Engage and it's a great tool. The brand's bringing us Prospect Square, but both sync with Gmail. So that's a really good news for our agents. So we can use both products to really stay in tune with our sphere of influence, because I think it's really important, given one of your first slides there about how they do transact more within their sphere than spinning their wheels on some of these other leads that they might get. So does anybody have any questions for Christine? I don't see any yet. And again, yes, go ahead.
Agents don't have Gmail.
They can have Gmail, except for Premier, and I'm sorry, Sharon and the Premier people, we don't have you on board yet. But anybody that is CB Great Lakes, CB Schmidt, Ohio, or cbsmfl.com, if they're not currently using that product, have them reach out to you guys, and you guys reach out to your RSCs or myself, and we can get them up and running on the company-provided G Suite accounts.
We don't want it.
What's that?
They don't want to. Many of them they refuse to use the Gmail. They have their Yahoo or Hotmail or whatever, and many of them are very stubborn about using Gmail.
Agents are stubborn? No. Yes. So, and all we can do is show them the seamless way that they can use those products. It just does make their life easier. But again, back to Dan Elzer's point, we have to guide them there with questions like, do you want to save time in your day? Do you want to be able to use this product? I know it's a pain point, and a lot of them have those emails and they've had them for years, but there's things like forwarding that we can do to help them out. It's just really that communication with them. So the more we talk about these products and how seamless they really can be, I think it will really help drive that adoption. But I completely get it. I know it's an issue.
Yeah, and another thing too regarding like Yahoo, Gmail is a safer email system too. It's more secure. So you can also remind them of that, especially in this day of age when we're all experiencing a lot more problems with their emails. And so that might help agents understand the importance of moving away from that older email that they have and moving to a more secure platform.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great point.
I've even suggested to my agents, if they did not want to go to the CB Great Lakes platform, that they could create a free account on Google and get a free Gmail account and, use that as a personal email rather than a business email. And again, there's always the argument, well, I only want one email, but I have had a few agents, especially with utilizing the Google Calendar for our conference rooms and other appointments. I have had them send me their personal Gmail to add to my list so that they can access those calendars seamlessly.
And yeah, they are independent contractors, so we do allow that, but we do provide them with business Gmail, which is a little bit more robust than the free. Obviously, we can't make them do it, but it's good to know that the tool is there for them. So if you guys ever want help explaining that, or if you're not quite clear on the difference, just reach out to me. We'll be more than happy to share that, but just encourage them to use the tools that are being provided to them. So that's a great tip there too. If they really refuse to, there are other options because it will sync with any Gmail, not just the Schmidt family of companies provided Gmail.
Yeah, and do you guys have a place where you record these common? Awesome, cool.
Yeah, it's a common occurrence everywhere. Whether you're sitting in Michigan, Ohio, Florida, or USVI, it's the same. So yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah, and I think you're exactly right when you say just leading them to what will help them is the only way you can really address it. And so. Yeah, just showing the value and talking about why this will help change their business will be more impactful than telling them you should do it.
Right. And the campaigns that Christine showed, thanks to Judy Luptak, who is on the call as well. She's RSC in Southern Michigan. She's working on the holiday campaigns for 2021 moving forward. So if you guys hear of your agents mentioning they would like some sort of campaign that's not in there, we can build out anything we want. We have the amazing marketing group that can create the content and the images, and we can build out those campaigns. So as you guys are showing the tool to your agents, ask them how we can make it better for them. The product is there to make them successful. So let us know if there's a campaign of some sort that they don't see in there that they would like. We can absolutely build that out. Great. Well, I don't see any other questions. So thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Yeah. And thank you guys for having me.
Yeah. I got your note, Christine. I'll follow up with you after.
Okay. Sounds great.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. All right. You guys still with me? Give me a thumbs up, a wave, head nod. Great. Let me check one thing. I'm still waiting for our CFO, Mr. Bell, to call in, but I don't see him. So Mr. Bell, if you are on, please let me know. Nope. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen as soon as I find the right one to share. I'm going to jump over to here. We're going to do, so I did create a slideshow and then I decided not to use it. We all do those things. It sounds like a good idea at the time. Can somebody unmute and let me know if you can see my slides?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. So you guys all got your socks, right? Well, hopefully. I know a few of you that we're still waiting on the mail, but the card said about, we appreciate how you put your best foot forward. And to Felicia's remarks earlier, you are that warm face, you are that greeting person in our offices, and we couldn't thank you enough for everything you do. Tom's spinning plates analogy is perfect. You know, there's so much going on a daily basis, and I know that we're getting towards the end of our call, and we're going to probably wrap just a little bit early. But just to pull it back through to the SOX and putting your best foot forward, it's tough. I know it's tough. I sat at the front desk for many years, 2 years here at this company, many other years in other companies. So I know what you guys are going through, and I know it's not easy to do. But to put your best foot forward is to make a good impression. So just 6 quick tips that I have to remind myself about all the time as well, and I thought I would share with you guys. So again, if you guys want to unmute, if you have any comments, let me know. But as I'm presenting, I can't see the chat box. So if somebody else could watch that, or I'll catch it after. So we'll wrap here in just a little bit. But the first one is just to start your interaction with a simple greeting. Try not to ignore the agents. If they're walking by your front desk and you're on the phone, a quick wave. I see Sharon do that all the time down there in Premier when we're on our huddles. I always see her waving at people. So just acknowledge that they're there. Don't ignore them. Same thing, obviously, with the consumer, but sometimes we forget that our agents are our customer. So just give them a quick greeting, give them a quick wave, acknowledge that they're there. Say please and thank you. It's a tough one to remember. I get moving busy. I'm texting, I'm emailing, even in written form. Say hello, good morning, good afternoon, even in emails and text, because you can't get tone when you're not communicating face to face, right? So saying please and thank you, verbally, we all got that down, right? Our mamas all taught us that when we were young. But to do it in text format is just as important. Whether it's text or email, always have an opening and always have a greeting. So, and again, I get it. You're moving fast. You don't always remember. But it is important for the engagement, not only with your agents and consumers, but with each other, as we're on the same team here working with each other. The next one's my toughie. Be mentally present when interacting with people. You guys have all talked with me. You see me. I'm on my phone. I'm terrible at it. I'm doing much, much better. It's going to be my 2021 goal to be mentally present when interacting with people. We know you're having plates spinning. We know you're wearing many, many hats, but to be able to take the 2 seconds to actually engage with the agent and, to Dan Elzer's point, ask those questions and be mentally there and not just, okay, I hear you, and then move on. Tough. I know we're all busy, but again, that's my 2021 goal. So if you guys catch me not doing it, call me out on it. I'd appreciate your help with that one.
You've been doing really well at the office with that.
Thank you.
So I'm proud of you.
I'm getting better. Thank you, Ginger. I appreciate that. This next one's really great too. Let those you're assisting know what happens next. You guys know exactly what to do with a transaction. You know exactly what to do when a listing comes in. You know exactly what to do when somebody walks in for a closing. But our new agents and some of our experienced agents might not. So don't just assume that they know what's going to happen next. Talk them through that. I recently had my daughter at the doctor, and the best thing that doctor could do was, okay, now we're going to pull out the needle. The next thing we're going to do is clean off your skin. It's going to be cold. So just walk them through that process. Let them know what happens next. Okay, you hand me the folder, and then this is what I have to do. Not only does it make them comfortable in the process, but it really does help you, because once they understand exactly what comes after their portion, they're going to be a little bit more understanding to get you the correct information. Turn it in all at once and not piecemeal it together. So let them know what the process is. They may not be aware of what you do. In fact, I'm quite certain most agents aren't aware of everything you guys do every day. Be genuine. Everybody has bad days. Doesn't mean you get to be rude to people, but be genuine. I'm sorry, I'm just feeling really rushed right here, so I'm sorry if you felt like I wasn't listening to you. Let them know how you're feeling. We're all people, right? But just to be genuine. You don't want to make them think that they're causing you issues or they're wasting your time. You can be genuine, but let them know exactly how you're feeling at the same time. So those are just the quick tips that I had for you guys. And I'm going to stop sharing my screen so I can catch the chat and see you guys. So let me stop doing that. We'll open my screen. Okay. Any comments on those? And I see others like, oh, Shelby, where'd Lisa go? I was going to call out Lisa Cataline, but she left you. She must have had to run to a different meeting. Okay. Any questions or comments on some of those things? Just putting your best foot forward. Hopefully you can do it with your new Get Schmidt socks done. Get Schmidt done socks on. And I apologize. They were supposed to be black, you guys. They turned out blue. They were supposed to be black. They still look super cute. But do know that if you did not receive yours, to please, please, please let me know, and we will get them out to you. I'm going to take one last pass here just to see if...
Who wore their socks today? I did. Just in case anybody cares.
Yeah, I want to see the socks. Show them. Lift them up. Fantastic. I'm trying to flip through all my screens here, so bear with me. All right. Sharon and her team are having a party over there in Premiere.
Look at you.
Fantastic.
Sorry, Rose's socks.
Mine are blue.
I see you, Karen. I see your note. I will put you on my list.
Hey, Carrie, is Nicole still on?
Nicole, which Nicole?
What the heck's her name?
Oh gosh, I don't know. She was. I don't see her.
Nicole,
Nicole, we had to tell you. We want to ask, how do you eat what you eat and stay so thin?
I don't know. I literally, my boss is like, "Hey, are you gonna be mad if I bring you donuts and coffee?" I was like,
We're here to hang out with Nicole.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I might have to come down there to see you guys because it's pretty chilly up here.
Are you in Michigan or Ohio, Nicole? Are you in Michigan or Ohio?
Michigan. I am in Grand Rapids.
Right about there, right?
Yeah.
Pretty close.
And you need to go visit Nicole because she has the best froyo right across, down from the office. So.
Oh yeah.
You can come to Florida and visit us anytime you want, Nicole.
Yes.
We're sorry.
I'm really, really trying for a full ASC RSC trip to St. Croix, but so far I'm getting nowhere. But, I'm trying for you guys. I'm pulling for you. Well, that's all I had for you guys today. I know it's tough to sit in front of a computer and ignore your agents and ignore your phones and ignore your emails. And I know you're probably starving because it is lunchtime. Well, Nicole might not be starving. She got coffee and donuts. But the rest of us, I know, are pretty hungry. So thank you guys so, so much. I really appreciate your time. Thank you to Tracy and the rest of the leadership for popping in and saying hi. Kathy and Kelly down there in the Cochrane office, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. You guys aren't done yet. You're going to keep the party training going there with Deanna and everybody. So thank you guys so much for your time. I really appreciate it. I got the notes in the box about the socks, but if you want to just shoot me an email or whatever after the fact, we'll make sure that we get them out to everyone.
They sent them to our home address or the office?
It was the office address. So if you don't get them, please let me know. I'm hopeful, you guys. I'm hopeful this spring will be in person. Hopefully we'll have one in Michigan, one in Ohio, and Florida. I don't know. We might have to do both coasts or something, but we're going to figure it out because we really want to start having these in person as soon as possible, that it's safe for everybody to do so. I like it, Lisa. Lisa's in Kalkaska, which is, again, to bring up the Michigan map, about right there. So thank you guys so much. I have all of the information from our great speakers. I'm going to get the slide decks from everybody, and I'm going to get that out to you. If you're impatient and can't wait, the Facebook sheet that Tracy shared is already in your ASC square, so you can head there today for that, and the listing checklists are in there as well. So thank you guys so much. We're going to free up 8 minutes of your time, so go ahead and go get some lunch and reach out to me with whatever you guys need. I really, really appreciate everything you guys do every day. So thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day.
Thanks, Carrie. We appreciate you.
We appreciate you.
Thank you. Bye now.